Hello, my name is Giancarlo Volta with Nadirs Custom Metalwork and Baltic Iron Doors. Beautifying people's life is our mission and our values that we have here in this organization. Today what I'd like to discuss with you guys is why is there such a huge price variation in the ornamental iron business? Just like anything else, you do have commercial standard operations that handle a lot of the commercial projects, which is the apartments and the malls and a lot of those more commercial grade iron fabricators, and you have the custom residential iron fabricators. Both of those variations are obviously going to differentiate significantly on the quality and the standards. A lot of times in the custom home, custom residential, people want quality, they want detail, they want precision, they want a piece of art to incorporate into their house. Not just a piece of metal that is just gonna act like like part of the decor. And today what I'd like to do is show you the variations on what you would be getting, with the, I would say, more the commercial grade to a custom residential quality standards. So one thing that's very important to look at, I always tell all my clients, go out and visit the facility. That's the one thing that you're gonna see what they do and the quality standards that they're producing. That tells you a lot about the company itself. And also, one thing that's very important is to see products that are in the manufacturing process. Okay, it's very easy for somebody to mock up a sample like this and say, hey, this is what I produce. But then again, is you want to see all the details that goes on into every project that they're doing. One thing that we have is, with our project coordinators, okay, they go out to the house to get all the details, all the information needed, and then following that, they sit down with our design team to go over all the design details that it's going to change for every application out there. Every house almost has a different character. Every person has a different character and different style. So those are things that we specialize into finding the perfect solution for every client. And the one thing that you're going to get a lot of the variation. So with the custom residential is you have a lot of these unique features that starting point. Each starting point has I have multiple different styles that I can do the starting point. The quality standards in the scroll work itself. You want to make sure everything kind of splits off of it, like it looks like it splits off of a single strand. No welds exposed, no humps across from one piece to the other. Those are all little things that you see in different artisans out there. And over here, we just want to make sure that at the end of the day, you get the best solution and you get the best product for your home. And as you see, for all the starting points that we have multiple variations depending on the design, depending on the style of the house. The different style posts that we get incorporate into it, more of a simple, cleaner look. And all the different lamp tongues that we have on the starting points. If you take a look at this one, this is more of an extended lamp tongue. It's just going to give you a little bit more the wow factor on the starting point. And then across over here, we have the volutes. The volutes, which is the starting point. So as you can see, in our world, it's more of an art and there is limitless possibilities. And what I'd like to do also is show you a couple of products out in the factory that are you're gonna see the difference on the quality standards of what others provide. So here we are in the factory, just kind of going over, here's a product that we removed off of a client's house, and they contacted us because they invested in a company that was quite not too far on providing the quality standards that that should be done in a custom home. The one thing that you would look at right here is, I know that they've applied a lot of paint layers on there, but if you take a look at the scroll, you can see the weld marks all throughout right here. And then the one thing that is you can't get away from is the corrosion that happens in the steel products. Okay, if the product is not fabricated properly and is done properly, what ends up happening, you create moisture pockets and moisture areas for the water to sit in and start rusting out the product. This particular one was installed about 4 years ago, and they ended up having to repaint it over and over just so they could try to protect the metal itself. So that is an investment that I always say is, it's a waste of an investment, because a product like this should last a lifetime. That would be my lifetime for sure. So as I just shared with you guys a little bit about the variations between the commercial standards and the custom residential, and a piece of rail that we just removed from somebody's house that they've invested in some money about 4 years ago, and now they're gonna have to redo it again. So those are things that we get called out to remove other people's products quite often. I mean, at least 1 to 2 projects a month we get called in because somebody could not perform to the capacity or to capabilities of what the custom residential is requiring. So the way, I mean, it's a very simple process. First of all, you want to make sure that you're using top quality metals. Okay, the top quality metals is all US made to make sure that it's not as porous as the other metals that are out there, the cheaper metals. That would help the longevity of that material, the metal itself. Okay, another thing is just the detail that is incorporated into the product itself. Okay, huge variation because it's very simple. These are all custom handmade stuff. So what it comes down to is the more labor goes into it on the details to make sure every piece kind of comes together as, in a perfect form, and also grind it down smooth and finish it off nicely, is all labor that is being put into the product itself. So if somebody is skipping a few steps along the way, obviously that's going to equate to a more cost efficient or a cheaper product. I shouldn't say most cost effective, because cost effective is actually getting the same value for both. I mean, you're getting the same aesthetics, but then it's more cost effective. You're getting a cheaper product that people are producing that don't know any better of what custom, residential products should look like. So that is a small example. I hope that this was helpful, and I will be putting out some other videos for just for everybody's knowledge, and to make sure that we are here to beautify your lives and make sure that we add a piece of art into your home.